Hello, my name is Poyette Hedgecock. I live in Goodyear, Arizona, and my journey with BYU Idaho started through the Pathways program in 2013. I was guided and prompted to participate in this program and have continued to see the Lord's hand through it all, including my internship. As I chose the marriage and family degree as my focus is on family, and I have always found great joy in helping others to strengthen theirs as well. I was not happy to hear that the internship was required, as this did not fit with my family dynamics and the draw of online school being completed at home. As I started to think about my upcoming internship, I went to the Just Serve website sponsored by the church on a whim, thinking, wouldn't it be great if I could find something there? It was important to me, wherever I worked, to be close to home, and I had no desire to get paid. It was important to me that if I had to do this, that it was going to be service. I also needed to be able to get the bulk of my hours done on Monday when my husband was off to take care of the kids. Within minutes of looking on the Just Serve website, I had emailed several places explaining my need of an internship and asking if they had any opportunities or leads. Within a day, the volunteer coordinator of Benavea had emailed me back and set up an interview. As I headed out for the interview, I decided to print out my resume that had been an assignment in the practicum course. The volunteer coordinator told me all about the different needs of the organization and the different kinds of people they served in the community. Some volunteer opportunities were within minutes of my house, and I was excited. She then looked over my resume and said with excitement that I would be perfect fit for Lucy Ann's place. My heart kind of sank as this location was over a half hour away from my home. She said my experience would be a wonderful asset to the intergenerational program. I felt my heart softening and a new excitement for the possibilities of this internship. Could I really be getting the opportunity to work with seniors and preschoolers together like the Facebook video I had previously shared a couple years ago? Lucy Ann's Place has the only intergenerational program in Arizona. I didn't even know it existed outside of Facebook Dreamland. This video is similar to one I shared on Facebook, but it is of my internship and intergenerational activities I had been selected to help organize and have a pleasure of working with. Through programs like this, my internship allowed me to participate in creative aging with those with early dementia, Alzheimer's, and other cognitive delays. My responsibilities were clearly outlined for me during my training. Their high expectations for me set the stage for me to succeed. The more I met my responsibilities, the more responsibilities I was given. I was responsible to assist members in group activities on a one-to-one basis as directed by staff. Here I am working with a small group on a dice game. They'd roll the dice and then cross out the coordinating numbers. The first one to cross them all out won. This helped them exercise their brain and also engage in socialization. I also led many games of balloon volleyball, bocce ball tournament, trivia fun facts, and I introduced them to the game of Would You Rather. It was also my responsibility to encourage and provide person-centered care philosophy with members and staff. The members were our guests. I helped them to get coffee each morning, set up with word finds, encourage them to participate in the entertainment provided, or different forms of socialization. I helped them when needed and encouraged them however I could. Another responsibility was to assist staff with organizing and maintaining supply inventory as needed. This activity art closet was my first task. I had no idea how to put a dent into the mess, but I worked hard and everyone appreciated my efforts. The staff was so busy jumping from one activity to the next project that the storage rooms became a mess. I continued to try to keep on top of these areas and relieve the burdens because they quickly piled up. I can honestly say I benefited Lucy Ann's Place in many ways. They could always depend on me. I would be there when I said I would be there, and I would be on time. I was willing to work hard and get my hands dirty. No job was too dirty or too small for me. My first week at the facility, the news station had chosen them to be spotlighted. As everyone was frantically getting ready for the news cruise, I was put to work cleaning windows and polishing up the place. As we reorganized closets and found hundreds and hundreds of boxes of Depends stuffed in various places, my van and time were quickly put to use hauling load after load of unneeded items to Goodwill. I did not see these tasks happening when I first started my internship, but I saw a need and I was willing to pitch in, and it led for more opportunities for me. People donate all sorts of things to Benavea, and since their focus is on creative aging, they always need art projects for their members. I am not artistic or creative at all, so this was a stretch for me. I was given boxes of wine corks and asked to come up with an art project. These items were made by members and became part of their annual art sale. The intergenerational program was my baby. This is why I got the internship in the first place, but the children only came in for half an hour each day and there was no way for me to be there daily. It did not provide enough hours for my internship, so it ended up being just a small part of my responsibilities. Starting in February, I was asked to create the calendar each month. I enjoyed making a lesson plan that typically included a theme, a book, songs, and craft. I would need to make an example for them to follow and for the staff to follow when I wasn't there to lead it. I have a lot of experience with kids, and so I brought new ideas, new songs, and new activities to the program. They loved Once There Was a Snowman. They had never heard of that. I also put more corks to use during the St. Patrick's Day. After a couple months, my supervisor asked if I would be willing to learn their computer system called Burn and learn how to update member records. I had a little anxiety with technology and responsibility, but their trust was motivating. I have been doing the monthly activity progress reports ever since. These reports indicate what the members participated in, how often, and if they met their goals. I'll probably continue to come in once or twice a month and volunteer to help them in this area. Through my interactions with staff and members, I gained their trust and relationships were created. After relationships were developed, then other things were made possible. I was able to better recognize their needs and assist. As much as I was able to do for Lucy Ann's place, what my internship did for me was priceless. These members, who could barely move, would sacrifice all they could to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. They gave each other great respect for serving our country and taught me about reverence and patriotism. I was moved to tears each time they sang their hearts out to national anthem. They were tolerant of each other, and if someone wanted to pray, they let them. People weren't afraid to live their faith, and that was a great example to me. I learned about loyalty with these people who loved their spouses and lit up when their sweethearts entered the room. These caretakers were put through so much to care for their cognitive delayed loved ones, and I learned about their patience and commitment and the kind of spouse I want to be. I learned that it felt good to be appreciated and to try new things. I found joy in accomplishing and being appreciated outside the home. I learned a new level of hard work, doing what was needed. I gained new respect for mothers who have to balance working outside of the home, and most importantly, I gained a newfound appreciation for the ability I have to stay home with my children and a renewed dedication to my family and children. As rewarding as my work was at Benavea, I benefited most from my renewed commitment to being the best mom at home I can be. I was surprised each week as I wrote my internship journals that I could find new things that correlated to my studies over the past couple years. I never had to repeat a lesson in my journal. I loved being able to relate the social ecological systems theory with those I worked with. I had previously always related it to children, but I had the unique opportunity to be a part of aging adults with cognitive declines microsystem. I worked at their home away from home and was there to support them in the most influential way I could. I saw firsthand the ability we have to make a difference in their day and life. My coursework prepared me for much of what I saw in the aging adult's life and helped me to recognize the stressors their diagnosis and age put on their emotional stages and relationships. I am so thankful for my internship at Benavea. I know that the Lord handpicked it for me. If you live in Arizona, I would highly recommend going to their website and reaching out to them for an internship. They were flexible and organized and really helped me to apply what I had been studying. If you don't live in Arizona, maybe similar senior centers or intergenerational preschools. I highly recommend wherever you go to check out the JustServe website for internship opportunities near you. In closing, a few additional tips. Plan ahead. Start putting feelers out for internships months and semesters before you need it. You may have to do background checks or TB tests or other things before you can even start counting your hours. It also takes time to get approval. Also, plan for what semester you might want to do it. Maybe it'd be easier when a baby's older, or summer when kids are out, or maybe the opposite when kids are in school. If you are not used to paying for a daycare, start saving up now so it's not so painful when that semester comes. Or if you work full-time and need to use PTO for your internship, start planning and saving for that. I wish I had a better attitude about it from the beginning, and thankful my Father in heaven knows me better than I know myself, and allowed me the opportunity and growth found at Lucy Ann's place. Please feel free to contact me with any questions to help you get an internship at Benavea or for my lesson plan and ideas with the intergenerational program. Thank you.